All right, here we go. It's the Brisbane Lions at the G against the Hawks.
Steph Martin has had an extraordinary pre-season. He was second in the 3K time trial for a man that size as Sam Frost takes a good mark.
If a big key position type, he's got very, very good stamina.
A chance here for the Hawks. Smith on his left. He gets the Hawks rolling. He's an old star, an ageing veteran, but he started his season beautifully.
The spoil down the centre corridor, it's always a little bit dangerous. Sometimes you've got to spoil, but if it goes down the centre corridor, it's a very open goal for the crumbing play, which happened to be Isaac Smith, and he did it beautifully.
To play on and ran across the face to Berry. Bouncing ball. Henderson bears down on him. Knew he was there. Got rid of it by hand. Problem here for Berry. Burgoyne, very clever. Went low. Henderson quickly shuffled it. Get the free kick.
Real protection of the ball play, particularly early in the season, to say to the second to the ball play, hey, you've got to be careful. If you break the rules, you're going to be pinged.
So Henderson's coming off, which is disappointing. He had such a fabulous year last year. 11th season in his best. Runner-up in the best and fairest. Man in his 19th. Squares things up. Why would you doubt that Sean Burgoyne was even thinking about doing anything else other than splitting the middle? He's a genius. He's okay in the end. He ends up just driving the ball to half forward. Clever little slap. Sicily, Smith.
Advantage.
And they'll take it again. So Scully to Wingard over the top to Patton. The Sun, a problem maybe. Patton ends up with it. Gifts it off. Unselfish. And Bruce goes bang. Hawks back in front. That passage of play then. So many of these players that have come to the Hawks involved in linking up, and in the end Bruce, who's known nothing but a Hawthorn jumper, thumped it through from the goal line from the very first moment he came to the Hawks.
Really well. Now Jono Patton snuck it back off him. Well done, Mitchell. Got it in board to the reigning best and fairest winner in Wartball, and Burgoyne found space. That spells trouble for the Lions. He was able to get it to Bruce, who tried to play on Marcus Adams. Got a hand in. Back to Jono Patton. Moving really well, and the short little left footer. They've got away with one here, the Hawks, and Burgoyne puts his hand.
More chance from the boundary across the body.
251 winning games Sean Burgoyne has played in. Only Michael Tuck and Kevin Bartlett have played in more wins, and no mistake there. The Hawks get the first of the second quarter and the lead back.
It's a bit of a turnover game, isn't it, really, as we've noted that both defences are pretty much...
Taken away nicely, though, by Shields. Burgoyne, so clever in the one-on-one situation. Bruce kept his feet beautifully. O'Brien out the back. Wingard with space, and he will cruise in. The easiest goal you could ever possibly imagine, Chad Wingard. And it's back-to-back goals for the Hawks. We've seen a lot of that, haven't we, where one side's been split wide open and a bit of space forward to 50. The Hawks were able to create something that's been pretty hard to do, and we know the quality of that man on screen, Chad Wingard. He's
without a target player there, bounces out, always a free kick.
Low ball over the head of Adams, and somehow Shields just drops in and happy to give it off. This sets things up, and Morrison can have a look at his first broken jaw. In fact, I've been talking about Morrison. It's actually Hanrahan. Apologies to all watching on. Ollie Hanrahan. He gets another. Hawks get 3 in a row.
Yeah, you're through. Oscar, John, back here.
Clever little slap. Here's a chance for Bruce. Got one at this end. Earlier, he's got another. He's a superb finisher. Hawks extend their lead again by Bruce's brilliance. Segler knew exactly where his man was going to be, and Bruce finishes the chain. There's a few players, Lee, that when they have the ball in their hands, you know they're going to treat the ball.
Andrews is involved now at the back. The Hawks get it to Wingard. They're out here, the Hawks. If they can get it moving, Piopolo's got a ball inboard, and he accepts it to O'Brien. Back to Hanrahan. Sean Burgoyne's in the goal square all on his own. Will it get there? Didn't quite. He's pretty clever. He's got options and got through a couple and just did what he does better than anyone else. The Silk's got 3, and there's a bit of joy for you.
So he's going through his mind going, I'd better use someone else. And then he looked around and thought, there's no better option than me.
Well, it just looked like Marcus Adams was going to nail him in the tackle, but somehow or other the tackle fell off. And all of a sudden then Burgoyne's 20 metres
Good comes from everything, and it might be that we all just look after each other a little better. Who knows? Let's get through it all together, though. So Frost to half forward. That's not as any footballer would like to deliver a ball into the forward line, and as no forward would like it delivered. Somehow, the Hawks still alive. Hanrahan saw his man wide. Here's O'Brien, just pulls the kick. Not ideal, but Bruce makes it look a little better than it was. O'Brien this time set sail for home. Better at kicking goals than delivering to players. O'Brien. The Bailey direction came off his face, ends up with Wingard after a series of ricochets, and then sends it out to the wing on the southern side of this fabulous ground, and Puopolo then looks for Burgoyne. Got 3 for the afternoon. Couldn't possibly end up with 4, could he? Scully might allow him to. Burgoyne, terrific pickup. Too far out and just works it to a dangerous spot. Sets up Patton. He's going to hopefully get his first as a Hawk.
with a 20-metre shot at goal. Geez, he's been outstanding in that forward 50 today for Hawthorn Burgoyne.
So Patton, 89 games as a Giant over 8 years. Leading goal scorer years ago. His first goal now as a Hawk. Plenty of smiles.
Cycle.
McAvoy, who started the afternoon at half-back and has been moved into the ruck, but half-back/ruck rather than ruck/forward as he's been for a long time, and Wingard gets support from his teammates about. So Wingard to extend the lead. 15 as it stands. This will be a game high, 21 if he can nurse the ball through. He's pretty clever. He's pretty happy too. Hawks out to a 21-point lead.
Would have been very, very handy. It's an understatement.
Yeah, they need every shot to go through. We're talking 4 minutes to go. 3 goals is the basic margin.
Oh, big boy McAvoy. That's a good grab. Strong hands. Key defender for me.
Yeah,
Big boy, but he's equipped himself well enough there, and then, as Lee said, you get a fresh ruckman, and now Segler's fresh as well. So another good grab. A couple of big, strong marks from their 2 biggest. Back with a flight, O'Brien. Warble did really well to Scully, who burned off his opponent, had run harder than anyone else, and might have just kicked the sealer there, Tom Scully. He found space, Tom Scully, and I get the feeling if you're able to track him out, that was the resting ruckman.
Wait, but about 50 years ago was the resting ruckman in defence.
Shields drives a long ball. Warple using all his body strength.
Hawthorn advantage.
Well, he's played advantage to Bruce. He must have known the don't argue ability of Luke Bruce, who put it straight through on the ground. And the Hawks back-to-back goals, and now Clarko can smile.
Yes, even the most conservative coach knows you've won the game now. With a minute 42 to go, 5 goals in front, you've got the game won, so we can enjoy the moment. You're not going to have those moments for a couple of months, we know that, but you can enjoy the moment today, at least in this particular
Catches post-game. Ames gone downstairs to ask the relevant questions, and there are, as we know, a lot of questions around at the moment. Hawks surging forward again. Bruce, he's got Wingard out the back. Wingard, clever player, twists, turns, sums it up, and Wingard gets another. So Chad Wingard, he gets 3 goals as well, 3 to Luke Bruce. And the Hawks with 3 to Burgoyne, now out to a 34-point lead, and pretty convincing performance.
They've had the workhorses, their defence done well.
Beautiful looking athlete, this man, 200 centimetres. Eric Hipwood He finishes with the final goal of the afternoon, and the final margin will be a 28-point win to the Hawthorn Football Club on a historic afternoon at the MCG. It is the final game to be played here for some time.